Hi everyone, this is Dinagaran and welcome back to the YouTube channel RPA Space. So as part of our activities series, yesterday we have seen about like add data column. Today we are going to see about like add data row, right? So without getting delay, let's jump back to our today's video. So this is our YouTube channel. You can, if you haven't, have a look on this, please have a look. And in case if you have any comments or any suggestions, if you want to have, and just comment below, we can address it with the upcoming videos. So the today's video is more about like RPA activities, which is add data row. And in UiPath, we have an option called add data row. And what is the purpose of add data row activities is like to add a new row to existing data table. That's what we use it. And the input can be of data row or it can be entered as an array as well, array of rows. But it should match the object, which is nothing but a data item, data type of each column. So it could be a theoretical definition of add data row, but we will get more understanding when we practice it or when we get into UiPath Studio. So now let's jump back to UiPath Studio. Similar to add data column, so I'm just going to demonstrate you add data row, and that will be helpful for you to understand about it, right? So for that, I'm just going to build a small data table. So you have a build data table activity, and how that can be done is like you can just go to program. Under program, you have a data table. You have option here, a lot of options. Under this build data table is there, or else you can just simply search here like build data table. You will get it. But build data table is not the concept here. It is like more on the add data row. To demonstrate you with a simple table, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to create two column. One is like name, and it could be a data type of string. And the second is second could be like I'll put it as age, right? So this is two data table, and the first one, right? So I'll put my name and age. I can make it something, and with the second, right? So I can put it like someone other than this as well, 26. So right now I have a data table which has two rows, and I had to store it, of course, somewhere, right? So I'll put it like input data, and that could be the data table where it holds this two rows, right? So that is getting stored. That's getting stored here like input. So there's two data table probably which was there from one already created. I'll delete it. So this is what we are representing right now. So this data table, right, it contains two rows. Our ultimate aim is to add a new data row, right? For that, I had to search for add data row, and which is again under programming, under data table, under that you'll have able to see that add data row option, right? Under this, you'll have when you place that add data row into your sequence or place where workplace, and you will be able to see under the properties, the display name, you can change it whatever you need. What could be the data table where you want to add a data row? I just want to put it under input data table. And what you want to add it, you can add it as a data array row, right? So that could be under curly braces. Don't forget to add it, because only then it will be accepted as the value with respect to table. And if you could remember in the theoretical part, I mentioned it should be same as a data type of a particular column. So the first column of a data table which we have created is name, which is of string. So I'm just going to add one more of string, and the second could be of, right, it could be age something, right? I can put it here. So now we could see like one data row which is hard coded here. Of course, I haven't passed anything as a dynamic, it's just since a static content only, but just to show you, right? So if I run this and see whether we can able to add a data row to existing data table, we could be able to address it under local, right? If you want to write it into Excel and have a look, that's also should be fine, right? So just step in, and if you go to that input dt variable, you could be see like there is a 3 row which is available here. That's what our ultimate intention is, to add a data row to existing data table. So in case if you are not convenient with build data table option, just create one Excel and add a couple of rows and use the same data row options with particular data types, whatever is mentioned in the data table, and you can just do the same repetitive option. and you have one more, right? So right now I might have hard coded here. So instead of hard coding it, if someone is not like best practices with most of the live projects to hard code it, right? So for that, right, what I am going to do is I'm going to create a variable called name, and I'm going to create one more variable called age, right? And under name, I'm going to just type it as like whatever I have, and here I'll just mention it here, right? So now we have created a data item or variable, and that is going to get assigned into the array row, like data row. So that's array row. This is where we are going to replace it with the hard coding content by this variable which we have created it, right? So I'm just going to go here, and instead of sharing the hard coded value, if you give control space, you will be able to see the value which you have created it. And if you, but remember that if you give control space, you will be able to get, but it will be with the dot. You have to remove the dot and the prefix only, then it will work, right? So I'm just going to run it. Let's see whether it is getting append, the row is getting added into a data table, which is dt input, right? So the value is getting assigned, and you can see here, right? So the value, there are 3 rows which is getting assigned. So you can write it in Excel to see it, or you can store it anywhere you want. That is not the case, but this is how the add data row works. And in case if you want to use it in your live projects wherever you want, just you can use the same functionality, right? So this is the one of the activity which I just want to get it covered as part of our activities series. And until I come back with the next actions or next activity with UiPath, please share and keep subscribing the channel. In case if you have any questions or if you want to clarify anything, just comment below. I'll create a separate video, or I'll try to resolve it as soon as possible. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Stay safe.